Good evening and happy New Year. Happy January, 6th, 2021. Can you believe it? Just checking to see if anyone's going to pop on. I see one person. Can you just type down in the chat for me who's on here and say hi? Hope you've had a great day. If this is your first time, then, let me know. If it isn't, then let me know that as well. I'm Nicole Saunders, and I'm coming to you live this evening. I'm actually here to discuss my current read, which is Think and Grow Rich. I'm reading chapter 7, which is by Napoleon Hill. He had actually, it's probably one of the most read books by entrepreneurs and business people. And he wrote it after he was challenged by Andrew Carnegie back in the 1930s to, he had an interest in successful people and how they became successful. So he was challenged to interview some successful people, and he interviewed, I think it was around 500 men at the time, and he compiled the information in an organized fashion. And so chapter 7 is the crystallization, is actually the sixth step towards riches. And it's the crystallization of taking desire and moving it into action. So that's my current read. I'm not sure if any of you, if you've read it, then feel free to share your takeaways from it. But I was reminded when I was talking about planning back in, 1983, 4, when I was graduating from high school. My high school motto at that time in my yearbook was, if you plan to fail, then you fail to plan. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And so Napoleon talks about the fact that every successful person actually, whatever desire they had, they actually transferred that into a written plan, a detailed written plan, in order for them to achieve it. And he strongly advocated, he's deceased, but advocated for the use of masterminds. And masterminds is basically two or more people who gather together, and they have in experience, knowledge, etc., that they can share with each other. And it's to obtain one goal, and that's to a particular purpose, whether it be a business idea or something that's going to generate wealth. And so he advocates that we use a mastermind for that purpose, and the purpose of it is because in order to build wealth or even be successful, no one has the skills or knowledge or education. No one person has everything you need in order to be successful. And so also it serves as an accountability opportunity as well, because you can actually, we have blind spots. And so we run our ideas by each other. The mastermind operates in harmony. And if there is no harmony, then there isn't any success. And so masterminds generally meet at least twice a week, but it could be more depending on what it is that you're actually working on. And it's coordinating knowledge to achieve that goal, like I said. Be prepared in order to be flexible, expect challenges, and also be prepared to course correct, because if what you're looking to achieve isn't working, that is really just a sign that something is not, you're not on the right path. And so you may have to either change direction or course direct in some way, shape, or form. throughout the course until you do it. And the only way that you won't succeed is if you fail to do that. And that's where most people actually end up failing in life, because we don't actually continue um, to persist. And persistence is key. When I think of persistence, I think of Thomas Edison, for instance, back when he was developing the light bulb, it was, I believe, and he failed 10,000 times. Can you imagine? 10,000 times he actually failed. However, he was able to get it right, and he didn't view it as a failure. He just viewed it as an opportunity to improve. And so that's the only way that we do not achieve success, is if we give up before. And winners never win, winners never quit, and quitters never win. But we also must remember that quitting begins in the mind first. If we can believe in our mind that we're a quitter or we're a failure, then we've already lost the battle. So the key is to be persistent and know that as long as you're making improvements and you're course correcting, then and you're making a definite plan and keeping in contact with your mastermind, then you're likely to continue to succeed. And remember that defeat is only temporary. He then talks about there are two types of people. We have leaders and we have followers. And people who make great leaders have been intelligent followers. And that just means that they are able to follow what their leader has shown them or is teaching them, and they can learn from it and they can implement that. Those people who are not great leaders have not been intelligent followers, and they aren't able to lead others. And he mentioned that there were 11 major attributes of a great leader. I won't say all 11, but a few of them was unwavering courage, a keen sense of justice, definiteness of decision, be able to make decisions quickly, and because successful leaders make decisions very quickly and they hardly, if ever, change them. Whereas unsuccessful people take a long time to make decisions, and they usually change them often and quickly. And then the key to being successful is to basically bring value to other people. Jim Rohn, I believe, said that you get successful by giving people what they want. So you find as many people and meet a need, and you're likely to be successful based on that. Major causes of failure, however, is 30 different major causes of failure, some of which is lack of education. And I'm not necessarily talking about education in the way that we're typically educated, like going to school. Many business people who have been successful over the years have never even completed high school. And so it's not education in the way that we know it, but being able to learn to think for ourselves and not follow the masses. Ill health is another one. Procrastination and indecision, they're like twins. They go hand in hand. So if that's something that you struggle with or something that you're challenged with, then the key, of course, is to overcome indecision and I said indecision, and the twin is procrastination. Sorry. And because there's a saying that says a confused mind does nothing. One or more of the 6 basic fears. There are 6 basic fears. People fear death, and people fear other people's opinions. those are a couple of the fears. I know that when reading this chapter, I had to do a lot of soul searching, and I continue to do it daily, because there are a lot of things that resonated with me in terms of where I am on my journey of entrepreneurship and life in general. And so I'm going to ask you, what this is January 2021. What is it that you truly desire? What is it that you really want out of life, either this year or even in the years to come? Then create a plan. Most people fail because we don't take action right away. We are waiting for the right time. There's never a right time. Remember, tomorrow never comes. We only have now, the present. And so create a plan and begin to step out and begin to take action. Because when you do that, then things tend to align up. It said, like, once you make a decision on something, it's like the world conspires to bring whatever it is that you're needing and working on, to you to make it happen. And so, and the other thing is enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic and I'm sorry, be enthusiastic about what it is that you're doing. I know for me, today is day one of a 28-day challenge that I'm doing in terms of transforming my health. And so I'm looking forward to seeing the end result. I've already seen it in my mind, and I'm looking forward to just the journey, and I'm going to not experience it as a challenge. I am just going to love it, and looking forward to sharing what that looks like. So again, it's January 2021. What are you interested in doing? What do you desire? What is a strong desire of yours? Don't wait. Um, Write it down and take action. Thank you and have a great night. God bless you.